Welcome back to another week, y'all. Today we're going to be answering the question. I hope you can answer this at the end of this video. Who shows up for you and how do you show up for people in your life? Let's go. Alright, y'all, welcome back. So recently I've had some interesting, some fun moments, some big moments in my life that have had me start thinking like, how do people show up for me? How do I show up for others? And honestly, I've just been in I've had so much appreciation for the friends, family, those people who support me on a daily basis from over this past weekend. And in general, I've gotten married. I got a new daughter coming in December. I was able to combine families. I got another beautiful daughter. So I'm going from a family of, or not a family, an individual person to now a family of 4, right? I had so many events. And it just made me start thinking about being appreciative and have gratitude for those people who show up for me over and over again. So here's the question, the first question I want you to ask yourself, throw it in the comments if you have an answer, is how do you show up for people? So when it comes to your friends, your family, when it comes to the birthdays, when it comes to events, when it comes to just checking on them and seeing if they need you in some way, how do you show up for the people in your life? And maybe you haven't thought about it in any way, but it's just something to think about. Is what people say if you ask your friends like Darryl or John or enter your name here, does this person show up for me, right? Would that answer be a yes for you in whatever way possible that is? So I want you to think about how do you show up for people in whatever way that is. The second question I want you to ask yourself is, this is the big one, who shows up for you? I'm gonna repeat that one more time. Who shows up for you? So when you think about when you are in dire need, who can you call on? Who are those people, right? When you think about people who you can get on the phone with and just have conversations with, and you can share things with, and they are always there for you, who are those people? When we think about those people who call you on your birthdays, when the people who think about sending you gifts, when you think about any of your love languages, those people who are friends and family who are able to fulfill that and are selfless in a way, who are those people? It is so important that we think about those people who show up for us over and over and over again. So for me, y'all, I know for me, sometimes in business, I'm so focused, right? I'm so focused on myself and what I'm doing and trying to get to this level that I'm a great friend, right? But sometimes I can forget about birthdays or sometimes forget about certain things. And over this past weekend, I'm like, dang, I need to show up better, right? Especially for those people who always show up for me in some ways. So some tips and strategies I want you to think about or things to do is the first thing, right? I want you to start making your list, y'all, of who are those people that show up for you over and over again, so you're able to make sure that they get that love, they get that acceptance, and make sure that you show up for them in some way, right? The second thing is, what are those birthdays, anniversaries? What are those ways that those people might be expecting for you to show up for them? And if you don't, right, they can sometimes feel some type of way. So those small little gestures make such a big difference. And when I tell you all to think about that list that you have, when you think about that list, remember that you might not be able to show up for all those people in those full ways all the time, but what this helps you do by creating that list is thinking yo, if I'm going to choose between going to this event or hitting up this person or spending this hour on the phone with somebody, I'm at least going to do it for the people who are always there when I need them in some sort of way possible. So today we talked about, how do you show up for people? The second thing we talked about is who shows up for you. I want you to create that list. Think about those small gestures. What are those holidays? What are those birthdays? What are those ways that you can show love? What are their love languages? It is so important that you look inside your life, right? Look at those people who have, no matter what, they've been there to support. They've even put themselves sometimes in not uncomfortable, but somehow they were very, I want to say unselfish, or they were not selfish in ways where they were able to give up something that they wanted and needed in order to make sure that they were there for you. I know that's the friend that I want to be, I want to continue to be, and that's the person that I want you to be for your friends and your family. So y'all, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Leave a comment as to how you show up for people. Maybe you start shouting out, do some calls or text messages for those people who maybe show up for you to say thank you for showing up. And as always, y'all, can't wait for another week. I'll meet you at the top because the bottom is getting way too crowded, y'all. Peace.